Millennium Actress is easily the most rewatchable anime movie I've ever seen. It placed 6th in my 2016 Top 50 Movies list, but in hindsight, it should have been higher. Millennium Actress has always been my most frequent movie recommendation for displaying animation, directorial, and narrative qualities unparalleled by today's standards. I know I reviewed this 8 years ago, but I wanted to revisit it in HD. I was lucky to receive a review copy of the limited edition Steelbook from 11 Arts for its release today. I know I'm late, but I was inundated with other projects and there were no expectations or pretext. I think the Steelbook is a beautiful representation of the awe-inspiring film, containing a full-color booklet and some educational bonus interviews. Millennium Actress is a monument to Japanese culture displayed through an unorthodox and mind-warping narrative blending fantasy with reality. Here, Kon hones his signature directorial technique popularized by Perfect Blue. In fact, creating a film focusing on these techniques was the main inspiration for Kon and its producer Taro Maki. The story follows Genya Tachibana, a cinephile producing a documentary on the life of his idol, Chioko Fujiwara, a renowned Japanese actress. Unfortunately, he misses her prime by about 30 years, interviewing her as a partially senile hermit. But of course, Genya, being the Chioko otaku he is, his respect and admiration never fade. Due to her fading memory, the plot unfolds by sucking Genya, his comedically cynical cameraman, and the audience into a tightly woven web of partial memories displaying the parallels between Choko's life and her movies, many of which reference real-life films. A few that I noticed were Godzilla and some of my favorite Shambara films, such as Yojimbo, Throne of Blood, Ran, and Shogun's Ninja. I'm sure there are more, but unfortunately I'm not knowledgeable enough about Japanese cinema to produce an exhaustive list. Although it's saturated with reality warping animation wizardry, the story is far from style over substance. Numerous pivotal revelations heighten intrigue into the backstory behind Genya, Choko, and her elusive true love. The result is a rich experience filled with drama and comedy, especially rewarding those who rewatch it to appreciate its layers. My 5th rewatch of Millennium Actress was a humbling experience due to it being my first viewing in HD and its special features. These bonus interviews highlight the creativity, observation, and leadership skills of Satoshi Kon. My favorite moment was listening to Kon describe why he chose certain artists for particular roles, explaining the importance of their unique skill set. Because the movie depicted eras from the past 1,000 years, it required considerable research. However, these interviews illustrated Kon's excitement for visiting Japanese castles and the privilege of touching artifacts typically kept behind rope or glass. While this honor was undoubtedly helpful, it wasn't enough, and extensive research into every detail would take far too long, causing Kon to improvise. Nevertheless, he used vintage photographs, researched film equipment during his interviews, and surprisingly, recorded live footage for animation reference. Watching Millennium Actress my first time on Blu-ray was shocking. It felt like I was seeing it with a fresh set of eyes. The way the colors popped during her carriage ride through the cherry blossoms, and the meticulous attention to minor details such as the wood grain in Chioko's house. I rarely mention sound in my reviews because I know little about music. However, Millennium Actress was graced by the legendary Susumu Hirasawa, my favorite anime composer known for his work in the 1997 Berserk soundtrack. Overall, Millennium Actress is a timeless, comical, and dramatic experience suitable for everyone of all ages and walks of life. For its intricately detailed plot, meticulous attention to details within its visuals, unique directorial flair, and epic soundtrack, I give it a 10 out of 10. It saddens me that more haven't taken 90 minutes out of their lives to give this movie a chance, and whenever I remake my top 50 movie list, it's likely to come in first place. As for the Blu-ray release, I think it's worth its value considering its picture quality and special features, including Satoshi Kon interview and recent interviews with producers Taro Maki and Masao Maruyama. There's so much more I wanted to mention in this review, but I want you to enjoy the anime on your own because discovering the behind-the-scenes facts and Easter eggs is just as important of an experience as the story itself. If you also love Satoshi Kon, I have another video going over this out-of-print art book if you're interested. The links to this and the sale page for the Blu-ray are in the video description. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel through Patreon or affiliate links, and I'll see you Friday with my review of Yusha Dagarn.